Hello my Scrappy friends, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout. So of course we are also celebrating the fabulous Scraptember and I'm coming at you with day number 8, which is to use your scraps. Now this was a little bit of a challenge because I am also using my Kitaholic kit, but of course there are always scraps and there are always amazing ways to use them. I personally like to keep my scraps in 12 by 12 little pockets that are color coded. So I've got a red pocket, a green pocket, a blue pocket, and a white pocket. And I keep my blacks and whites in the white ones, my blues obviously in the blue one, my green in the green ones, my pinks and reds in the red one. And that is my go-to place for keeping scraps. I'm pretty particular about the size of scraps I keep now. I used to keep absolutely everything and I just had a million scraps and it was just unusable like that. I do also keep some scraps with their collection, with their kit, as long as it's sizable enough and there's enough of the kit to keep making it usable. If it's just a little tiny bit, I'll pop it in with my 12 by 12 scrap folders. And my number one way of using up my scraps, and this is why this is my scraps layout, is in cut files. You know by now, I'm sure, if you have been following my channel, that I love using cut files. I love working with other companies' cut files. I love making my own cut files. I love finding free cut files. I love working with cut files. So this layout in particular is showing up using all my scraps from the kit this month, creating this super fun layout, a little scrappy layout, using up those scraps to back my cut file. I even used a few of the stickers from the Kaisercraft sticker sheet to back different sections of the cut file. You might be able to see those in there. And I even used some cutter parts. We quite often get 12 by 12 cutter parts in our collection kits, just any that you buy. And I can sometimes find those really difficult to use, but back in cut files, they work really, really well. It gives you a nice variety of different patterns and colors, and you only cut into one sheet of 12 by 12. So I do find that a really fun way to use up those pages that can sometimes be a little bit difficult to use. Sometimes there's only like one or two cutter part that you really like, and the others don't suit what you're working on or don't suit your style, so they can be really fun to use to back a cut file with. I'm also a fan of not backing cut files in only plain flat pattern paper. Plain flat cardstock. It's sometimes really nice to have some pattern paper. So that is how I am using my scraps in today's layout. I even pulled the paper I used for the ruler literally out of my scrap folders today because I didn't have a color or enough paper that worked well for this layout from my kit. So you can see there that this is a photo of my son holding his Student of the Week award. Very proud of himself and us of him. And I'm pulling the super cute sort of notebooks, pencils, that kind of thing out of the sticker sheets today. I am going to cover up the little wording on the front of the notebook just to make it suit this layout a little bit better. But I'm mostly just rolling with those kind of sentiments because it works. I really loved that Post-it note. It's a little bit odd just sitting over there by itself, I do realize, but I loved that it had that so proud of you sentiment on it, and I really wanted to get it in onto this page. We had a little bit of trouble getting him to achieve this Student of the Week. It's actually Student of the Fortnight, and it's really difficult for kids to be on their very best behaviour every single day for a fortnight, but he really persevered and he really got himself across the line. So we are so proud of him for keeping up his best behaviour to achieve this award, and it makes him very, very proud. Now, I love having a cut file on a page because I think it does so much of the work for you. I could absolutely stop now with this layout and be done because that cut file just takes out everything that I need to do. It's themed, so you know straight away by glancing at this page that it is sort of school or stationery or office based. and then you see the photo, and then you see the title, and I could just walk away and be done. So I'm only going to pop on a few more little bits and bobs here, and I'm not going to make it too busy. I just think it is a super fun layout already just as it is. Now, don't forget when you're watching along with these videos to check out the playlist, the Scraptember 2023 playlist. That is where you will find all of the amazing videos that we and everyone is creating for Scraptember. It is so awesome sharing these videos with you, maybe sharing some new art, like scrappy artists that you haven't met yet, maybe inspiring you to create something by scrap lifting one of the projects, or just reminding you about a tool or a technique that you haven't tried before. That is what Scraptember is all about, and that's what we hope we are achieving every single year when we bring around Scraptember for you. So this one is just about done. Of course, I'm going to pop on some splatters because you know I cannot finish a layout without a few splatters. And then there will be my close-up photos just to finish it off. I hope you have been enjoying this series so far. We are only a week in, but maybe you have already created a few layouts and followed along with Katie and I, as well as Laura Alberts and anyone else who has been creating with us this month. I have really enjoyed creating with you so far, and I cannot wait to see what the next few weeks of September brings us. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for my next layout coming up soon.